Hi there, I'm Michael with etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a quick look at the SumoSprings Solo custom helper springs. These springs are going to help with the suspension of your Ford Raptor. Specifically, these are going to fit onto the frame of your 2010 through 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor. The brackets here are going to make it very easy to get these installed. You're not going to have to do any sort of drilling or anything like that. They do include instructions to help you get them installed. So it's going to be very easy to get these put in place. But once they're there, they are going to help enhance your suspension system. So with any of your suspension enhancement systems, they're going to help solve the same problem. So when you get a heavy load in your truck, that back end tends to sag. That brings the front end up, so not only are you getting the weight of whatever you've put in the bed, but then that pivot point comes back, so more of the vehicle's weight is also back on your frame and suspension. So it's going to take more of a toll on your suspension system as a whole. It's also going to then bring your headlights up as your front end comes up, which can point them into the eyes of oncoming drivers. It can also take some of the grip off of your tires. If there's not as much weight pushing down on them, you'll have less control, so your steering will be kind of light. So any kind of suspension enhancement system is going to help with those issues, whether that be airbags or SumoSprings like this. One of the advantages of airbags over SumoSprings is that they're adjustable, so you can air them up one side more than the other, or air them up if you have more if you have a heavy load and less if you have a lighter load. These, there's no adjustment to them, so that might be a downside, but the good side of that is there's no maintenance. You don't have to worry about airing them up every time. You just install them and then they're going to do their job. You don't have to worry about keeping a minimum amount of air pressure in there or adjusting them for different size loads. These are just going to sit in there and do the job all the time. So I like these a lot myself. They are made of a very dense microcellular urethane, so it's like a really, really dense foam, and that's really nice because that's going to allow them to have a progressive compression. So if you have a light load in your bed, they're not going to be really stiff. So it's just going to kind of give you a nice gentle cushion so that you're not getting a rough ride. You're not going to be bottoming out like you would have on like a hard jounce bumper or something like that. But then as you put more and more weight in the back of your truck, they are going to compress more and more and support more of that weight. Now keep in mind, no matter what kind of suspension system you get, whether it's airbags or SumoSprings, it's not going to increase the weight carrying capacity of your vehicle. So think of them less as like a second set of hands that's helping you lift up more weight. Think of them more like a back brace. So they're going to help support your vehicle in lifting that amount of weight that it's rated for. Just take some of the toll off of it so that it can last longer. These specifically are going to give you 1,500 pounds of weight support. So again, it's not going to add that amount of weight to your weight carrying capacity. You still don't want to exceed whatever your vehicle is rated for, but these are just going to help support that much weight. These do work independently from each other, so if you have more weight on one side, that side's going to compress down. It's going to allow the other side to remain free so that they work like that. If you have off-centered loads, they're going to work independently to give you less body roll and sway, so they are going to work well in that way. These are very simple design. They're made here in the USA, so there's fewer things that could go wrong with them. They're going to hold up well for a nice long time, and being made here in the U.S., you can trust they're made to the high quality standards that we've come to know and trust for products that are made here in the U.S. So I think these are going to be a great option if you're looking for a way to help support that back end of your Raptor. If you're carrying heavy loads frequently and you notice that it's sagging in the back, these are going to be a great option for you. So that's going to complete our look for today. Again, I'm Michael with etrailer.com. Thanks for watching.